lead off of this. Are you comfortable talking about everything that happened with drugs and everything?
I talk about it every day.
What about these things up here? What the fuck is this? What they are? Why are they chopped in half?
I think that's all you're.
You think or you know?
Bye, old life.
I don't think I could ever go into anywhere for 30 days without any internet or any contact to the outside world.
What's good, YouTube? Maniac here.
What's up, man? How'd it go in there? Your seatbelt's on? Your seatbelt's not on.
Oh, shit.
Safety first, then teamwork.
Day one, I go into detox. I don't know if I told you, but I took Xanax.
Right before you got
Right before I got in there.
You did.
And so I basically went in, slept, and then day two, I started having like a panic attack.
Okay.
And I was like, what the, and I started bitching to the nurses, and I felt I had to apologize the next day.
I'm pretty sure they're used to something like that, but why, like, you started having a panic about what?
I was throwing like a temper tantrum because I was like, there's absolutely nothing to do. I'm staring at my ceiling. Like, how does someone pay like this amount of money and there's literally nothing to do? Like, there's no TV to distract me. There's no nothing. And I was just fucking bitching to them, kind of like freaking out.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, this one guy just came in. He seems pretty cool. And you can go talk to him in the TV room. I was like, there's a TV room? No one told me this shit. And so I ended up meeting this guy. We became like good friends, and it actually became like a pretty good time. Hello, my name is Nick Maniac Kirshner. Wait, my name is Nick Maniac Kirshner. What else? Currently a member of OpTic Gaming, and I have been a professional Halo player / content creator / entertainer for quite some time now. Top below. Get out.
Go mid-bridge. Turn red.
I got two.
On here.
Other guy.
In red.
Got Trip.
Okay, what's up?
I got Hold up, is that someone at my window?
Cut out. Here.
One shot pit.
Hold up, one shot pit.
He's turbine.
Sniper turbine.
I am king. I was a pro Halo player for 2008 to pretty much 10 years. I won 2 events during my time. I worked my way up in the pro Halo rankings. Eventually got an offer from OpTic Gaming. I asked them if I join, and now am I gonna be able to move into the team house?
One day, Mike out of nowhere says, hey, Maniac's gonna come and stay here and live here. And I'm like, no, the fuck he's not. And he's like, I already told him and he's already driving. And I'm like, what, why? Anyway, the dude moves in. What I didn't realize is the amount of work that he was gonna put in for that particular time that he was there. And immediately he hit the ground running, right? Like he started to do all the content, all the videos, all the vlogs. He started to do everything that you're supposed to do the second that you land in OpTic. And he had like incredible ideas. Like, I don't know, it was weird the way that he came in. It was not traditionally the way that I like to do things, certainly.
He made a lot of good videos, a lot of good vlogs, but that second half, Nick always talks about how 2017 was like the worst year for him.
It's very straightforward, the way that I like to do it. I don't like to waste anyone's time. I'm just like, look, this is what's happening. This team is up for grabs. If I'm able to get it, you have to step down. You know, I gave you 2 years, I gave you everything that you needed, and more importantly, you have to be supportive of this new transition of Halo.
Like I said before, the best way I could describe it's like fucking divorcing your wife that you love after fucking 15 years, but you just know it's not gonna work out anymore.
If you love OpTic and you want to continue to support Halo, you have to be okay with this decision. I'm not kicking you out. You can stay here as a content creator. You can do anything and everything.
He ended up hating the Scuff House. He went on a crazy H1Z1 kick for a while, but then he went on a crazy music kick, and he never streamed, and he only made music. And that's when Hex would bust into his room and vlog him, and he was, you know, tired of all that and got caught up in kind of like a cycle that I think he was just lost for a little bit. And the hard part is you're forced into retirement, then you're supposed to be a content creator, so then you are kind of dealing with all that, and then on top of it, the OpTic fans at the time, especially like the Reddit, they were ruthless towards him. I mean, saying he was lazy and a waste of space in OpTic in the house, and a waste for OpTic. That's a lot for people to go through whenever you've been doing something your entire life and you're kind of forced out of it, and then forced into doing something else, and you don't live up to other people's standards.
30 days. So what do you know about the world?
Nothing.
Okay, so
I don't know shit.
Did you Formal wanted to be here, but he streamed late. He wanted to come. He's like, yo, let me come with you to go pick him up. And
damn, that would have been crazy. If Formal would have just popped out of nowhere. What?
Formal's like loving it here because.
Wait, Formal lives here now?
Yeah.
I didn't even know this.
No, he just got here. Like I think it was like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like 3 days after you went in, he came in. Dashy lives here now too. So we have the whole team.
So who's our team? I forgot. My memory's fried.
It's all right. It's Formal, Dashy, Scum, and Parasite.
Oh, it's
Envoy. Like, are you good? Like, did that work?
Yeah. I learned a lot because I would take insane amounts, and I didn't really understand how other people didn't have to.
Yeah.
And basically, like, just hits my brain differently than most people. Like, whenever I take it, I get such a craving to just take more. And I was like, that makes sense. Do people know what I took?
So Adderall and Xanax, right?
Adderall and Xanax. Lots and lots of Adderall and Xanax.
What about, is your house clean?
Clean of drugs?
Yeah.
No.
Alright. I'm gonna walk in there with you.
Okay.
So again, I don't want to control your fucking day, but...
I'm down for whatever.
Okay,
I'd rather, like, distract or, like...
Yeah.
You know, be busy. I can't believe it's been 30 fucking days. I really didn't think I'd last. I was like, I gotta think of some way to get out. I can manipulate my way out of it.
And?
But then I gave up on that idea because I knew it would...
Take left at the gate and then first left.
Because I knew it was you. The fuck? I got logged out? Did I get hacked?
You got hacked.
Dude. Should I get a haircut?
A little bit. A little off the front.
A little off everything.
Little off the foot.
He's crying. Hi, Junior. He was scrubbing everything on top. Hi, Junior.
He doesn't even fucking remember me.
Yeah, he does. He just fucking is a pussy. Fuckheads.
Where am I supposed to put him?
Yeah, Junior. We going home. We going home, Junior. Oh, my little baby. You're so much better than a dog.
No.
Oh, baby, give me a hug.
Look at that solidarity.
How are you?
Grabbing this rest of stuff.
Yeah, I said I was grabbing all this stuff.
Oh, did you get him a toy?
Yeah, he fucks with this thing heavy. He hits that ping pong ball around like it's nothing.
I heard he sleeps with you now.
Yeah, he's gonna miss me.
Yes. I fucking pick him up in the crate, and he just doesn't even look at me.
He's just
Fucking shit cat. Nice pants, man.
Jim?
Jersey Mike's. I see nothing has changed.
Love you, brother. Alright, I'll text you, alright? Alright.
Is your setup?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that on the floor?
This is how cracked out I was. I was taking apart PCs,
You were building them and shit?
trying to do something. I don't even know what I was doing.
You know there's leftover food in there, but...
Doesn't even smell.
No, I know, you would have smelled. It's fucking crazy.
Junior, you're home.
Well...
Go, Junior, go.
Oh, so you keep them out, like, you don't hide them.
See, it's not that much.
Let me see. I don't know what they look like. You're not gonna look at them. What the fuck is this? What they are? Well, the good thing is that you left some shit in there from last time you took it. What are you, fromage?
I think that's all I got.
You think or you know?
Goodbye. Goodbye, old life.
So after all this thing goes down and we flush it and he's doing well, he starts to come into the studio, while at the same time we're sort of trying to get him to move from downtown Dallas to up here in Frisco so he can have, like, you know, an easier time being around people, an easier time, you know, sort of being here. It's just like the vibes here have become so much better. You know, he's back to being what he was, and I'm happy about that, right? I'm happy that he's there for the COD team when the COD team is just chilling and whatever. And I'm glad that Formal's here for him when he's just chilling or whatever. So.
AA meeting.
Stay strong. You got this shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool. I'll just be here. I was gonna go for the full hug and everything, and I was. Alright, bro.
Wait, what was our handshake? Wait,
That was it.
what?
A control hit through. A control is starting. Yo, top hole, one shot. Top hole, one shot.
A control, A control.
Toppy.
Yeah, top line.
P5, Caesar.
Front B2.
Top of flame.
God, fucking.
Stuck across the fucking map.
What the fuck?
Holy fuck, that's tilting, dude.
Bro.
Fuck.
Goodness, bro. How did we scam our D like that?
Sucks, like those maps are so close and like just little things fucked us the whole time. That's so annoying.
Well, you killing a vibe before the game is not as worse as this vibe.
Well, that's why I'm saying
We just hit front.
Yeah, no, well that's.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was fucking fun.
Should I? When do I jump into this? Obviously, my mind state and mental health has always been, I guess, sort of not necessarily a rocky road. Well, a rocky road, but I don't put it on others. If people know me, they know, like, the funny Nick, the funny Niak. But I've been, and I always have been, sort of battling depression and anxiety since my mom told me I had anxiety when I was 6. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. Even in school in like 8th grade, I was voted like class clown. So I always had some kind of way of dealing with the anxiety. But yeah, as I got older, things would get more severe. I was experiencing with like benzos and pills probably in like 2011. And then I joined OpTic and moved there in like 2015. And I never abused them like that. It was just a downward spiral of like, okay, well, I'm gonna take this amount of Adderall to scrim. oh, I don't feel it as much as I want to, take more. Okay, we're done scrimming, let me start taking Xanax to go to sleep. So it really just started becoming a problem at the end of Halo 5. It really became an issue when we moved from Chicago to here. Any amount of money I got was spent on drugs. I had the like highest prescription you could get for Adderall. No person should be prescribed that much to take a day. But I had that, and then on top of that, I'm buying like 4 times that much to take along with it. And I'm buying Xanax on top of it, and just on days or nights that I don't have that stuff, it's like I'll drink alcohol or we'll go out, or even if I do go out and drink alcohol, I'm tired because I've been up for 2 days, so I'll take more and I'll mix everything together, and it just spiraled into a every single day sort of an unhealthy thing. If I did go without it, it'd be like 2 weeks max. And then I sort of just fall back into it. And it became such a norm for me that like my norm was being high, and people were just used to that high, chill kind of personality. People just didn't know how bad it was. One day there were many nights where I just didn't care if I died. I would take so much where my heart's just beating out of my chest, crying on my bedroom floor, like sitting Indian style crying. I just like honestly didn't care if I died.
So about a month and a half ago, I think we acquired a player from the Mutineers. It went unseen, it went unnoticed, and his name is Maniac Kirshner.
Oh, has that happened?
Yeah, happened last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
We acquired your contract from the Mutineers about a month ago, and we were supposed to announce it last week, but you sketched and you didn't show up. So this week, today, welcome to the Huntsman.
Welcome to the Huntsman, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You're a part of us now.
What the fuck?
Welcome back home, baby.
Yo, what's up, bro? Oh, shit. And I mean, at that point, I knew something was up. I think the one thing he said to me before he left is, he looked at me and he said, "You don't even fucking know." And I was like, what don't I know? But even looking at him then, it felt like a stranger because I hadn't talked to him in so long.
They had no idea how like fucked up I was. I joined them. I know they're recording content like once or twice a week, show up for a few hours. So I'm like, all right, here we go again. I just got to show up on these days, and then I can take on my days of not going. Or I can like make up some excuse to not go, or I don't feel good, or whatever. Just seriously looking into my mental health. Probably going to put on a podcast, make this tea, take all these vitamins. What secret vitamins in there? Chug a shit ton of water. They put me on the schedule, I don't show up. They put me on the schedule for like the next day, I don't show up. They're calling me, I'm not answering.
But he did finally show up a few times. I remember the first time he showed up, him and Seth and I did like a 3-way trivia.
No one knows who that is. So you obviously know who that is. I'm thinking singer.
I wouldn't have.
A singer, but these are famous athletes. And just how out of it he was, I actually panicked. Like my heart rate for the rest of the entire day and the next day was just pounding because all I could think of is, this is my brother. Like this is my guy I spent almost all of my time with at a house. And I didn't even know who he was.
To say how real it was, and I haven't told anyone this besides people in rehab, but I was always scared to buy a gun because at like my lowest moments of 2020, like I was afraid I would just be so low and just shoot myself in the head. And that's like that was like a serious realization for me. And it just that's how much of like a fucked up mental space I was. Like I was actually afraid to get a gun because I was afraid I was gonna shoot myself in the head just on like one of those nights where I'm just crashing and just like don't know what to do with myself.
I was texting him, how are you doing? Like, what are things like, over there? And is everything okay? He texted me back and said, yeah, man, like I was really anxious and really nervous. So I tried to take this, pill to lower my anxiety, but I think I took too much. And I also hadn't slept in a couple days. I was like looking at him in his eyes and he was looking through me.
But I was really just not trying to show up. I didn't want people to see how skinny I got. I didn't want the fans to see how skinny I got. You could just tell by looking at me.
I have a journal that my mom got me. And I remember specifically writing in that journal about Nick. And at the very end, I wrote, he better not fucking die. Like that was where my head was if he dies, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. There was one day where he hadn't been on Steam for 7 days. And I was about to call the cops the next day.
It put a lot of things into perspective, right? Like the worst case scenario came across my mind. Like my heart's racing because I just don't want to see the worst. I don't want to experience the worst thing that could ever happen.
Hex basically pretty much got the hint of like he needs help, and he reached out to me, or he texted me one day when I was at like my lowest, probably the lowest of all time. I was crying every single night. That was probably like 2-3 months straight. I was just in the worst headspace ever. And Hex reached out to me one day. And he basically said, let me help you. And I responded. I was like, okay. I just felt like I was done. I was getting nothing out of it anymore. I felt like I used and abused and took the max amount I could possibly take. And I was still just fucking like bored. I was like totally unhappy. There was just no positives, no benefits from what I was doing.
I went to Nick and I'm like, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna put you into this fucking into this rehab place, and then I said, and then I'm gonna pick you up. It's like I'm gonna drop you off for the cleaners, and they're gonna give me a ticket, and then I'm gonna go pick you up.
Did the full thing, and that was probably the best thing I could have done.
I didn't have a single one.
No good memory?
Nope. I had my first experience of living with a female.
Here?
So no good memories. No, that's why I'm excited to get out of it. It's like, not bad memories, but like not positive memories. Going in. Like all the bullshit you see, which is 90% of this, I'm not gonna take. Any little thing you see around here, I'm just gonna leave here. I'll probably get fined or something.
Whether we do it today or, that's the beauty of.
It's my antidepressants. So.
Let's get started.
Where do we start? I don't have shit.
You really don't have any furniture. I thought for sure you would have some furniture.
Some? But you have none.
You don't even have like.
I used to have a couch right here.
Until you.
But then I fucking just tossed it. How I threw away my couch was I literally just put it outside my door and just left it there until they got it. What?
Okay.
I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it.
We're gonna leave that in 2020. Leave all that energy behind.
That type of attitude.
Oh my gosh! The cat is in the corner of the closet.
Oh yeah. You scared him. I wouldn't touch this if I was you. Wait, let me pick it up like this. This is that ain't gonna work. This is a little notebook I had. 2019 video ideas. The fall of OpTic J. Flycast. Hexing content. Immortals buying OpTic. My mental state. Getting a girlfriend. Wow. And then I started at 2020. My 2019 was only about 1 page long. Should I keep this?
A little memento.
Yeah, nah. Oh shit. That works. Who cares? Niac out. Bro, low-key, driving this type of shit makes me like want to be like a bus driver.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a trucker. Oh my.
No, it's good. It's good. It's
Oh my god.
It's good.
No, a fucking squirrel just. Oh my god! It was like up on the fucking sidewalk, and as I'm driving
It
by,
watched. It waited.
it looked at me and was like. Yeah, it's like a good feeling. It's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Cause like living there was
just toxic. Yeah.
Mostly like the old memories, and like my apartment was like. At this point, like such a shithole, where like I was just like, what's the point of like
trying to fix it up
and like make it look like nice or whatever? I just like completely gave up on it.
Yeah.
Be able to just like throw everything out, just literally starting from scratch. Yeah, I'm doing a reset on my life. Did you hear that?
Some move.
Yeah, this is something. I don't know.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, but I might hit the fucking ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
But it obviously hit it, I heard it. Alright. Grab a box.
Yeah, he does.
No, it's not that.
It'd probably be good back there. Cat.
Oh, it would love it back here.
How's moving day, Nick?
It's going pretty smooth so far. Can't complain. Can't complain. Wait a sec. Yeah, I can. Oh, fuck yeah.
I think Junior's gonna love this.
Junior's gonna have a ball. Even he was telling me, like, get me out of there.
Yeah.
Bad vibes and shit. AKA, he said meow.
Today, while you're watching this, Niac has been sober for 90 days. I just can't believe the amount of support that I got. I figured I was planning the whole time in rehab. I'm like, when I get out, what am I gonna do? Because I always wanted to tell people. I've fought for years now. I don't think I could have chose a better time than now, and truly knowing I'm stopping. And I think people truly believing in me and all of their support because they truly believe in me. I just want to say I'm so grateful for it, so thankful for it. It really does make me feel good. Having just the amount of support I do. I am literally doing better than ever in all aspects. My health is great. I'm doing yoga multiple times. I did a fruit cleanse for a juice cleanse for 5 days. I have pre-prepped meals in my brand new apartment, my brand new fridge. And that all came from like you guys supporting me in my streams and on YouTube. Like all of this is with the support of the Green Wall.
And I guess a closing thing that I would like to say is that you're not alone, right? If you're watching this and you're going through the same thing that Nick has been going through, you're not alone, right? And if you feel alone, reach out to someone because it's your choice too. The island that you sit in by yourself, like you need to invite people to allow them to help you, right? People are not gonna see you as a burden. Help yourself and ask for help. We've seen it far too many times. I mean, earlier this year in the Call of Duty community, I think, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that you're not alone. And if you are, ask for help. Somebody will help, even if it's a stranger, even if it's a clinic, even if it's a group of people who are going through your stuff. Like, take the first step, and some people will start the marathon with you. They'll start that long journey with you. And we're still going through that journey. It's a journey that never ends. It's a journey that you deal with daily, which is why I know that now that he's out, like, this is something that we're sort of gonna have to all hold hands together and sort of go through it. Everybody's aware of the situation. Everybody knows and celebrates how good he's been. But it all starts with him at the end of the day. So I'm sure that Roger or somebody will put like all help information if you need help in the description down below. It's good to talk about problems openly. It's good to bring that monster within you to the front, kick its ass, so you can become you again.
Yo, Nick.
Huh?
Good night, man.
Get out.
What? See, I thought this was gonna be like a reunite. I thought you were gonna be like reunited.
I thought that too, but you know what? Close my door.